we went to a trackman place in Liverpool on Thursday night before the Open. It's like this bar called On the Green. Gosh, how good was that place?
It was mint. I was saying, if that was closer to home, I'd spend all my wages there.
Not half of them.
Okay, right, episode 7. There's not a lot we can actually say about this person joining us tonight, to be honest with you. We have known him 32 years, however old I am. We've kept it in the family. It's Osian. He's a fairly new golfer. So he's not that new, but he still plays as if he's a proper rookie. Probably better than Josh.
Yeah, he is. We had a game on trackman the other day, and he beat me. The real OG, innit?
What an introduction! Not going to mention my top 10 longest drive on nothing like.
Top place for Chicago.
Yeah.
He does. Tell you what, he does. He strikes a better ball than someone who plays as often as he does, or as little as he does. I'll give him that. And I would say, yeah, he's probably a better golfer than me.
He plays loads.
You say, driving range. I spent probably half my wages at that driving range.
Money well spent, though, innit?
Yeah, well spent.
We went to a trackman place in Liverpool on Thursday night before the Open. It's like this bar called On the Green. Gosh, how good was that place?
It was mint. I was saying, if that was closer to home, I'd spend all my wages there.
Not half of them, all of them.
All of it.
It was class, you know. We were proper in the golfing mode as well. You should have come, Trist, but you were too much of a. Am I allowed to say, like, pussy now, or should I censor that out? Because that's what you were, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't even get permission from the missus, mate. My missus, I've literally just bathed her and burped her, and she's asleep. Yeah, she knew the podcast was coming on.
I've got to do that 3 times. I've got a wife, a 2-year-old, and a 3-month-old child. So, and in terms of you asking my permission about how you've been censored, I'm not going to go into detail. I'll just say the last episode, I specifically asked you at the end to take out the nonce jokes and other things, but you literally only took out the nonce joke. So I don't know how I could be more black and white moving forward, but you don't need to censor anything.
No, cheers. At least, hey. Go on.
I want to know what the nonce joke is now.
just your standard nonce joke when it comes to Trist, mate. You just throw it in anywhere, and it sticks like shit on the wall.
That's why you're taken out.
Yeah.
Tell me about the place on the green then. So how much was it, and what did you get? Was it like a package or what?
So we actually got so basically the way it works is you book a time slot, and then Sunday to Thursday it is £10 per person per hour, and then peak times on a Friday and Saturday it's £60 per bay per hour. But during the whole Open week leading up to the Open, it was £60 peak time. So we paid 30 quid each, I think, off, but we got a bit extra time, I think about an hour and a half. But it's on the terrace in Liverpool 1, so if anyone's ever ventures down there, it's near a restaurant called Smoke and Dough, and it is unbelievable. 4 trackman bays, pool table, balcony, and a bar, and toilets. What else do you need?
Yeah, that's not bad. Sounds good.
It's insane, mate. I'll get some videos. It's class. We worked on our swing, didn't we, Osh?
Yeah, we started working on our swing, didn't we? Well, got the 7 iron out for how many shots? About 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Just straight onto the driver, wasn't it?
Yeah, straight on the driver. Our last 10 minutes, we pulled up Royal Troon and had the knock there, which is good. But honestly, I can't stress that people, if you're ever passing something like that, pop in because it's well worth the trip. Like,
I would have liked to have come, but
that's what I'm saying. I think you need to review your priorities because Off's got 2 kids at home and a fiance. Like, I don't understand why yours are more
It wasn't
under pressure than Osh.
It wasn't just literally. It wasn't just a case of because I've got 2 kids. You know that, right? Or do you not know that?
I don't know who you're trying to put in a bad light there. Like, I'm not going to golf because he's got 2 kids, or me because I have gone to golf. Put that priority first. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Anyone who comes to golf is never going to be held in a bad light from me. Never. I don't care what the occasion is. You, Trist, and your Ben Boy Eddie.
Yeah.
Absolute skid marks on the boxes of golf, lad. Like I say, it just ties back to the fact that you just didn't have the minerals, mate. But that's another story for another time.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So all of us, me, you, Osh, Liam, DG, Dad, Mike, felt
Harvey,
like Harvey,
Ben, Gaztor.
Felt like half the North Wales coast was in Hoylake on Friday, but it was a great day as well. I said last week that I forgot how big of an event it was. And on Friday, I was like, do you know what? I would probably try and come every single year when it's within reach like that. Troon is going to feel like a long way, but I thought Hoylake had nailed it. It was almost as good a day out in terms of a golfing event that we could have had.
Yeah. Me and Osh talked about it, and I said to Osh, because obviously it was Osh's first Open, I said, I don't know what it is, but the Hoylake one just feels like it's got a bit more buzz about it. And we discussed it with Osh whether it was because it's near an area that's more, well, you said it was because it was near everywhere, more central, didn't you? And we also discussed whether it was because, I don't know, 40 fans are a bit different around the sort of Liverpool, Manchester area. They're proper sports fans, aren't they? So I don't know. I think I felt like it was a completely, I was buzzing for it. We were buzzing Thursday night where we are. And then when we got there early on Friday.
I was buzzing from when you told me that when you'd got the tickets. I was just counting down the days. Never been to a golf, any type of golf sort of competition day before. And it definitely wasn't, didn't let down at all. It was mint. It was good. The whole setup of the day and everything was brilliant. Yeah.
The only annoying thing, which is going to, like, there's no golf tournament in the world that fixes this, is how little you see Rory. For me.
Yeah, I thought that you'd be able to follow him a little bit more than we were able to, but as soon as he teed off the first, you just noticed straight away just a pack of people were just following him from one hole to the other, and you had to go. Even we were saying, "Oh, he's on the first now. Let's go to the third to spot him there." 2 holes in front of him wasn't enough. You had to get 5 holes in front just to get a chance to see him.
Do you know what shocked me? It was how much more support Rory had than Justin Rose, John Rahm, Matt Fitzpatrick. Not saying they weren't well supported. Tommy Fleetwood was probably the closest to him, but Rory was just like, honestly.
There was a group. Who were the group after Rory? Because it was 3. Wasn't it Max Homer, or there was a good group directly after Rory, and as soon as Rory hit his shot, people were just leaving. Thinking, hold on a minute, you got whoever it was coming up next.
Yeah. Imagine as a golfer, like that 12th tee was bad, wasn't it? When all the best players had come through and a 3-ball came on the tee and literally everyone left the grandstand. I felt bad, but it was meant. It was meant when it trust.
Yeah, it was good, and I think Rory, he's popular wherever he goes. I've had this discussion with I think it was Jess this week, because what's funny is Jess said, I thought you didn't like Rory. I said, what the hell made you say that? She said, well, you, Josh and Liam, you never have anything good to say about Rory. And what it boiled down to in the end is we always give him shit for not winning. And so I was trying to say to her, no, actually, I love him. I just want him to win so much. I get angry when he doesn't, or like disappointed if he doesn't win. But Jess is hearing that going, well, they must not like Rory McIlroy. So when I said like everybody wanted to follow Rory, she couldn't understand it. But also he was the last Hoylake winner, wasn't he? So he's got history at that venue, and for the locals who were probably there the last time he was there as well. So it will go a long way. Obviously, everybody's just desperate for him to win that major. I felt desperate this year, and I really thought that was the year. What annoyed me was, for my own well-being, I'd said on Thursday night, he's not going to do it, drop it, just enjoy the golf tomorrow. Started on Friday, and he birdied, and I was like, started on Sunday even, and he birdied, and I was like, yeah, I knew he'd get a birdie. 2 birdies in, I was literally in it. I was in it. I was like, he's going to win. He's going to win. That's it. This is how he's going to win it. He's going to win it today. And it just sucked me in.
I've been so angry with Rory, like over the years, and we've like had this discussion before where you look at his career, you can't say he's underachieved, even though people do. I'm one of them. Just it's testament how good he is. But I've been so angry that, do you know that joke when people go, go on, tell them what you said about him? Yeah. If someone said that to me in front of Rory McIlroy, I would shit myself, you know. But I slagged him off so much, you know. So Rory, if you listen to me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've never seen like football fans are fickle, but Rory fans take it to another level.
Yeah.
I've never seen people slag somebody off on a Monday morning or a Sunday evening so much, and then come Thursday being like, you know what though? I think he's going to win this.
Do you know what he does that to you though? Yeah, like he just does that to you. I don't know what it is, but come the Monday morning after next year's Masters, I hope I'm wrong, but I'll be saying he'll win Masters 2025 if he doesn't win 2024. Do you know what I mean? I'll bet on him till the day I die. I bet. I swear. But yeah, it was gutted for him. Fair play to Brian Harman. He thoroughly deserved to win that. No one touched 9 under par. Yeah, no one touched 9 under par at one point.
No, 9. Yeah, he was the only one that got to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, finished on 13, I think. Yeah. He just hammered everyone, didn't he? But it was just, I think that was golf. But for me at the time, I was a bit annoyed because for me, he didn't have anything. This might be controversial, but he didn't have anything exciting about his game. But upon reflection, I think that's really unfair for me to say because 58 of 59 putts inside 10 feet he made that week.
It's either 57 out of 58 or 58 out of 59. Whichever it is, it's just outrageous.
See, that's even more impressive than hitting 320-yard bombs, isn't it?
It's actually so impressive. I can't comprehend it. If you'd have told me that was the statistic prior to seeing it this weekend, I wouldn't believe that it's happened. I would be like, I don't know if anybody on the planet could hole for 57 out of 58 putts within 10 foot. Even on a practice green, something would have to give by ratio, but he nailed it. Even on the last hole, you thought, mate, you've got about 7,000 shots before anyone gets close to you. Just tap it up or something. You just hold it, didn't he?
You two are slagging him off on Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Well, I was just about to say, for 71, yeah, for 71 out of 72 holes, I was begrudging him a win. I didn't want him to win. And then as it got to the point where he was obviously the winner, I just realised actually I've been spending so much time wishing he wasn't winning, without realising that's probably the most impressive major win I've ever seen.
Why were so many golf fans against it? Because in other sports, say if it was tennis or pretty much any other sport, if you had, I know he's not a major underdog, he's obviously like top 26 player or whatever he is, but if you had that kind of underdog in any other sport looking like they were going to win a major trophy, all the fans would be all of a sudden would be right behind that person, backing him on, be getting the biggest cheers in the world. Golf fans were booing him.
Yeah.
Wasn't anywhere near the class.
Yeah. Someone said that he didn't have the nuts, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah. I think it's something to do with, I don't think golf fans see their respective favourite golfers win as often as people in footy and tennis do. Like if you're a fan of Nadal, Djokovic, or Federer, the chances of them winning tournaments is like, it's very often. So when an underdog comes in, like, oh yeah, do you know, it's a nice change. Whereas in majors, you kind of like, yeah, Brooks is kind of the exception, but you look at McIlroy, he's not winning years. Rahm's only on 2. Scotty has been there and bounced the past few tournaments. He just hasn't putted well. Ricky was on the chart, like playing well. So I think people just wanted more popular golfers doing it. But it's a good point. I don't know. But someone said he had no nuts, didn't they? He didn't have the nuts to finish it.
No. Did you see him? Yeah, you haven't got the stones.
You haven't got the stones. You haven't got the stones for this.
That's Britain, mate.
I think separate to that, yeah, I would definitely agree with you on that one. But I think another element is people like to see records broken, don't they? So when you have a first-time major winner that you don't necessarily see as the next best thing, you might just think, well, no disrespect to him, we've done nothing. But I think it's not just that. It's the fact that I think golfers in particular and sports fans like to see records being broken. So if the person winning a major for the first time isn't necessarily going to be the next big thing, they're getting in the way of our discussions, such as, is Rory going to beat Jordan Spieth to the Grand Slam? Is Rory going to have as many majors as Brooks Koepka? Is John Ram going to overtake them? We like having these discussions, don't we? We have them on the pod and we have them in the clubhouse and stuff. So when someone like Brian Harman comes along and takes one of the majors, it's a bit damp. It feels a bit like, oh God, fucking hell, first time major winner we'll never hear of again. He might have the 19 majors, fuck knows. But for the meantime, he's taken the place of Rory, who we all wanted to win and crack on.
I was just going to say, that's pretty unreal disrespect. Imagine me, for some reason, sat at home listening to that.
I hope he is, mate. Get some clout, send some clout our way. Like, but, do you know, like I say, but I did feel bad because he put on. It wasn't until like it sunk in on Sunday, sort of Monday morning. I was like, do you know what, that guy put an absolute clinic of golf on. So fair play to him, he deserved it. And you can't say that Rory or Rahm and that were unlucky and if only Rory had made a couple more putts, because Rory finished. What did he finish? 8 binding in the end?
Yeah, something like, doesn't matter, does it?
But saying that, 8 behind him compared to the rest of the field,
yeah,
still pretty good. Because he was way ahead, wasn't he?
No, he hammered everyone, didn't he?
I disliked him, and then I liked him, and then fairly soon disliked him again when someone asked him, how are you going to celebrate? And he could have said, fucking hell, cocaine and whores. He could have said getting absolutely smashed, drinking whiskey out the claret jug. He could have said I'm going back to USA, having a massive sesh with Kevin Kisner and Boo Weekley and them. But instead he said he's just going to ride his tractor. And I thought, nah, pathetic.
What a humble man. Yeah, that is true. That. Let's talk about Trish shouting, "Do it for the lefties" to every left-handed golfer at the Open, mate.
Apart from Harman.
yeah.
You shouted "Do it for the righties" for him, didn't you?
No, that makes they do it for the lefties. 2 Hoylake championships, 2 thumbs up from Phil.
It's not hard to get thumbs up from Phil, though. He does it to everyone. Taps thumbs up.
Specifically, eye contact and acknowledgement.
He probably.
I don't know if there was any eye contact. I don't think that. I think he just put his thumbs up, mate, to the crowd.
Do you know what? And it was funny as well. We were up behind 14T, and we were like, Adam Scott walked up on the tee, didn't he? And I whispered to you, I went, "Oh, mate, that guy's got a lovely swing. Such a nice swing." Trist goes, "Lovely swing, Adam. Lovely swing." The crowd just did. And Adam Scott just cracks on, didn't even acknowledge he said that, mate.
I'm sure he shivered.
I definitely didn't say it twice. So now people know you're lying again now.
How? There's no proof. We'll just go back on it.
Haven't I just called you out on a lie yesterday?
No, I wasn't lying. You did say it twice. You said, "Lovely swing, Adam. Lovely swing." Ask Dad.
Well, Dad's not here, and you have a track record of lying because I caught you out yesterday. You've said for the last 3, 4, 5, 17 episodes, you've said that I'm a pussy and I can't hit the ball far. I took a picture of my drive on 11th yesterday, and I said to you, if you're a pussy and you can't hit it far, how have I hit it 330 yards through the gap on 11?
I don't believe that you did.
Picture.
Exactly.
Yeah, that won't stand in court, mate.
He fell into that so easy. That picture, video, picture. That means anything. That could have been your 4th shot, you loser. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, see, you've got Eddie, I've got Osh. It's 2 against 1, mate. You're just a little bitch, and you don't hit it far.
You know what I do have? I made a conscious decision before going to the Open. I said to myself, right, when I'm watching people take their tee shots, I'm not going to be one of those people that just video people all day. I'm just going to just watch it. But I did want a video. I get one video at least. So I videoed, just as it happened to be, Brooks's tee shot off the 14th, and you literally hear Tristan after he swung go,
Yeah, Trist, you know what? Yeah, you are one of a kind, mate, when it comes to the Open.
Yeah, it's a video, not a picture.
So put it to bed then. Play it now.
It doesn't have to, mate.
I'll send it to you if you want.
Don't send it to me, because play it now if it's real.
He's on camera on his phone. He's on phone.
Can I do that?
No, you can't. It won't work like that. But don't worry, I fret not, mate. You send it to me and we'll post it on our socials.
No, go on, send it to me right now then, Osh.
All right, then I'll send it to Josh right now.
No, I just said send it to me.
I said send it to Josh.
Hey, do you know what? Yeah, whilst we're waiting for that to come through, I'm going to ask you just genuine quick question to you both. Yeah. Do you know there's this sort of debate now going between Rory and Brooks. Brooks got 5, Rory's got 4. And people are like, yeah, Rory's won more, but it's all about the majors. When you actually look at Brooks's majors, would you rather have 3 USPGAs, 2 US Opens, or 2 USPGAs, an Open and the US Open? One away from the Grand Slam.
I don't have much fucking care for the USPGA, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think they should swap that with the players, you know. The players
Are you making this video up then, Osh? Or can you?
I've sent it to you already. Now I'm sending it to Josh. Send it to you on WhatsApp.
I heard it, mate. I heard that.
Yeah, do you know what the funny thing about that is?
What?
I promise you, I swear down on anybody that's you, Josh.
Oh, yeah, of course you would. Of course you would. Hey, Osh, who is it? Me or Trist?
It's Tristan.
Everyone can hear you say "geez" here, and you're the only person that says that. That's Christian. Chill that. Hey, get Jess in here. She'll be able to tell.
No, she won't. That's not even a drive. That's a 3-wood as well.
Yeah, imagine if they can drive me. Imagine that was a driver and a left-hander. Jeez.
Josh, you've just said the word, mate.
What?
You've just said "geez." Now, as if you can't write it, that's your saying.
Yeah, I'm not denying that I said geez. I'm just denying I didn't jizz when he hit the shot. That's all I'm doing. Listen, there's nothing to be ashamed about like that, but.
Right, anyway, even though everybody's going to hear that and know it was you anyway. So, yesterday. Sure, yeah, they will. Yesterday, I played the Pro-Am at Bull Bay. I was never a part of it. And I actually forgot that it was in summertime. So the golf guide tweeted and said, I had a drop out, anyone to play. So I was like, I'm sure you'll have a lot of takers for that. But let me know if you don't. So I tried to lay as much groundwork down with Jess as I possibly could because it was our first day and we'd planned to go out. And I was like, something's come up. Someone really needs my help. Someone really needs me to sort of step in and play golf tomorrow. To the point where she was like, if they need you, then go and play. So I was like, yeah, they definitely need you to play. So we went to the Pro-Am. It was brilliant, truth be told. It was like from start to finish, it was really, really good. I had a shotgun start, which helped create an atmosphere. It helped me realize that actually that anything less than the shotgun start when you're trying to have a big event like that isn't the same because you don't have people crossing the tee at the same time on the putting green at the same time. And you had everyone on the putting green at the same time, everyone in the clubhouse at the same time. And it was a great atmosphere. There was countless teams. We had on the par threes, I think we had 2 teams on each par 3 waiting to tee off. So we were 3B, so we were the second to tee off on the third. Worst hole on the course, I would say, off the whites to tee off on a par 3.
Apple Bay.
Yeah. We had Ben Brierley from Denby Golf Club with us. He was a great ball striker and really nice guy as well. So we had a good crack. Me, Paul Lambert from the Golf Guide, and Mark Jones, otherwise known as Addy Lad, because when he was a teenager, he loved Adidas. That's his Twitter tag.
Is he from Liverpool?
Yeah, he's from Liverpool, yeah.
Addy Lad, that's good, that. I like it.
Great. Yeah, go on.
What was the name of the pro?
Ben Brierley.
He's a good player. Obviously, he's a pro, like I'm saying, but...
Yeah, good player.
What would be the difference between someone like Liam or Eddie or Jack, like the good players that I know, and like that Eddie guy, yeah, and then what is the step up then between him and a PGA pro? I'm only asking because even watching golf, I watch golf all the time. And before I started watching golf, I imagined PGA players would be fairway, green, 2 putts, standard. Do you know what I mean? But they seem to be in the rough or in a bunker, like more than not, if anything.
Yeah, but their courses are set up in a far more challenging way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but they still hit off target, though, don't they? But it seems like they'll still get that par or save, even maybe a birdie from being off.
Right. Contrary to what Josh has said before on the podcast, which was there's shit, good and really good standards. The truth is there is an unbelievable amount of difference between golfers. I was thinking about this today. I would say there's at least, fuck knows, there's probably about 20 different levels in golf. So you've got, if we're just going to simplify it now, we're going to Ben Brierley, who was a great ball striker. You could tell he was a good golfer, and you could tell he's played really good golf, and he's played national competitions. So Ben, on his good day, would be going around golf courses in the 60s, high 60s. Obviously, he'd have rounds that are lower, rounds that are higher. But then you've got the best within their sort of tour, and that tour just being a Welsh tour. You've then got a UK tour, an international tour, the feeder tours for the big tours, so your Corn Ferry, the one below the European tour and so on.
Challenger.
Then you've got players on tour who just play on tour, who don't actually get into the big events. Then you've got someone who makes top tens. Then you've got a PGA winner just once. You've got multiple PGA winners. Then you've got major champions and multiple major champions. They're all completely different levels. But you could tell amongst the pros that we could see there was differences in ball striking. Some pros were compressing the ball, and it was taking that like professional, the golfers that you see on TV, that type of flight, and others weren't.
Thanks for that very brief breakdown of the different levels in golf, Tris. It's always nice. But to be fair, I do agree with you, Osh, in the sense that when we were on the 14th tee, we saw loads of them miss right, obviously because of the wind and all that stuff. And we were like, geez, they're all missing right. Like, what's going on? The thing I could think of is we're sat there. Well, one, we're sat there, not seeing the club, but two, we are experiencing that hole for the fourth group in a row. They're coming onto the tee for the first time, so they're not going to have an idea of, like, for example, how strong the wind was blowing or whatnot. So that's why there's. But the biggest difference I see is, like when you said, even though they were missing, they were still making pars. It's like when they get around the green, you can almost guarantee that they're going to get up and down most of the time. And I think that's the biggest difference. It's like, even if they get it, thing is, they might not chip it dead close all the time, but if within 6 foot, they're probably gonna make the putt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose that Harman stat is a big one then, isn't it? How many putts he made within 10 feet, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was a ridiculous amount.
Measure out 10 feet on a putting green.
It literally is the short game that makes the difference. Because I can hit the ball through 40 on a good day. Yeah.
Downhill long concrete,
I compress an 8-iron.
Did you just say
that? I can also chip and putt, but...
Did you just say you can press an 8-iron?
Compress.
Oh, right, okay.
Get it right.
But you saw it yourself as well. For me, I can give no better example than when we saw Harris English. So he'd knocked it onto where people had been sat having their food, none of this. So it was a bare lie on the straw grass, like a bit of sand. He could easily have chunked that as well. Everyone crowding around him. The guy was completely calm, so chilled, I couldn't believe it. Then goes and unleashes a fucking, like a hell of a high draw over the gauze. And I was thinking, that is what makes them what they are. If that had been anyone below them on tour level with that many people watching them, he wasn't even asked about where people were, really. It was the caddy that was saying, move out the way, move out the way. Harris English was like, I'm just going to knock it out back to where I think the green is with a sweet draw. So that, if you look at that, that's the difference between who you're paying to go and see and what you get on your club pros.
If any of us were parked where he was now, in that exact same scenario, would you pull a wedge out and chip sideways, or would you go for it? Because I would love to go for it, you know. And the people stood there, mate. It's more for them, innit? Do you know what I mean?
I reckon if my ball went there and all those people were there, I'd just pretend I couldn't find my ball.
Yeah.
Hey, Osh, it's over here, mate. There's like 1,000 people around there. Eh? What?
If you said to me, if my ball was there and you said to me, Tris, just put it back onto the fairway, I would still shit myself, and I'd be scared of like air shotting it.
Yeah. Saying that, I went to this is a different story. I'll say it quickly. I went to the gym the other day, and I was literally just standing up and down on a plyometric box, and a couple of sort of girls my age came to work out in the middle of in the same area as me. And I got so nervous that I just forgot how to stand in the box. It just quit all the workout halfway through. So I was like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't hold up very good under the pressure of the open. Like,
Yeah, how would you feel, right, Josh, if you were on the green now, you're putting for par from 9 foot away, and someone shouts, "Hey Griffiths, you haven't got the stones like this."
do you know what? Yeah, part of me, I think, would just laugh. Like he said, it got him fired up. But if you're a British guy and you hear that from the sidelines, yeah, for me, that's the thing. Even the British golfers, look at Tommy Fleetwood, Rory, Matt Fitzpatrick, Cyril Hatton, they all play their golf in America now. So I bet they find it mint playing in front of the British crowd. Do you know what I mean? Like some of the stuff that they were getting thrown out, like the insults and comments getting thrown out, were cracking me right up.
Yeah. I think that the Americans, that's the only thing I can give them, actually. That's probably the only thing I would say, yeah, that is quite good. Fair play. Is, what were they shouting? What is it? Is it, light the candle or like that?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, do you know what? If I was a pro playing in that, I'd find that really funny.
Yeah, I would. I think it's hilarious when they shout out like that after the shot, They said it had a bit of added value to it, like when they shout Expelliarmus and that.
Yeah.
That was cracking me right up.
All right, should we go to the quiz?
Yeah, baby.
Osh, do you know what? He's coming in off a loss, but I don't know how to say this really, but I just think that you got no chance whatsoever.
You gave Eddie the answers last round, by the way. Sorry.
No, how?
Tell me.
I'm just going to play a different game. The game that I'm playing is, I reckon the answer to at least one of his questions is Gullen.
Okay, so
yeah, guaranteed.
So first question wrong. Right. Number 1, Brian Harman jumped from 26th to what in the world ranking?
9th.
You're both wrong, so try again.
7th.
No, Osh.
Oh, I was thinking 17th.
It's a quick fire game, mate, so take longer if you need to, but...
Right, one more guess each then.
Yep.
12th.
Wrong.
19th.
Fuck me, this is going to go so badly. 10th.
That's quite an round number. It's quite a hard one, that, though.
Big jump, that, isn't it?
That is a big
Well,
jump,
you thought he went to 2nd, mate.
I thought I'd seen that he'd jumped up quite high, but then I realised after saying it was in the American rankings for the Ryder Cup team.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the question was wrong. Number 2, what colour combination was Cam Smith wearing when he won the Claret Jug?
Pink and white.
Oh, Oshan is 1-0 up.
You giving that to Osh, yeah? All right.
That's my boy Mullet.
Patty Smith, Cammy Smith.
Question 3. What's the 17th hole at Hoylake called?
The Burn.
No. Osh, honestly, you're taking the mick. It's quick fire.
Yeah, but I don't know the answer, do I?
You see, you don't know then?
The Horizon.
No, what a fucking shite guess.
That was a great guess. It's On the Horizon.
Right. The first word is little.
Wait, what was the answer?
Yeah, hang on. The first word is little, and then the second one is a body part.
Little arm.
No. Osh?
Little leg.
No. Little eye.
Oh, I was going to say eye as well.
Okay.
I'll just say lip.
2 questions left. Oshan 1-0 up. Number 4. Oh, damn, I've given you the answer.
Go then. Fuck.
No. How did Brian Harman say he was going to celebrate?
Ride distractor.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was decider. 5.
What is the name of the hosting golf club for Ryder Cup 2023?
Row. It's in row.
Oh. Golf Club Italia.
No.
No idea. Something in Rome.
Roma d'Italia.
No. And you're not going to get it. So today's got to be a draw. It's Marco Simone.
Yes, it is Marco Simone, like the chef, or close to the chef. They were hard this week.
Yeah, that was the poorest quality of answers ever.
I think it was poor quizmaster, mate. Why are you asking to absolute novices of the game of golf these sorts of questions?
I thought they were general knowledge, to be honest.
Marco Simone, general knowledge.
How many of those do you know?
How many of them did I know? To be honest, I knew question 1. I didn't know what colour Cam Smith was wearing. I knew what the 17th was called. I knew about Brian Harman celebrating, and so I'd have had 4 out of 5.
You wouldn't have.
No
You didn't
way.
know what the 17th was called.
Yeah, I did.
Little eye.
Okay.
Is that a
Right, we're moving on.
that Jap's eye? No.
Okay, this week's debate. And do you know what? I still don't know where to stand on it. So I'll see if you two are able to provide any input to help sway me on either side. But I want to talk about, should Justin Thomas make this year's Ryder Cup, USA Ryder Cup team? And I'm 60-40 saying he should, on the basis that currently what people have in their 12, it includes Dustin Johnson. And I would be taking Justin Thomas over Dustin Johnson this year on that. But when people were challenging the point, a lot of people were saying, I'd be taking Justin Thomas. People making really valid points when saying, instead of who? So I was thinking, instead of who? There must be someone. I looked at that Ryder Cup prospective team for USA. It is stacked. It is unbelievably stacked from head to toe. And I thought to myself, well, it's really tough, actually. I personally, if I was Zach Johnson, I'd be finding a way to take Justin Thomas.
Right then. So your question back to you, instead of who?
Dustin Johnson, because he's currently in the 12 people are providing.
According to who? He's not 12th in the rankings.
Well, no one's going to know a final, are they? He gets 6 wildcard picks, doesn't he? And 6 people that have made it through the tour rankings. So it could be Tony Finau. It could be, I don't know, anyone. He's not going to go instead of the likes of Spieth. Koepka is 100% going, even through the Live connection. Then you've got Scheffler, Schauffele. Who else have you got? I just said there was stacked. I can't recall them.
Cantley.
Who?
Cantley.
Yeah, Cantley. So those golfers, you're not taking Justin Thomas instead of them. So they have a solid place in the team. My point is, if I could find a way to put him in there, I'd be taking Justin Thomas. I just think he's a fire player. He's gonna be fired up. He'll play alongside Spieth. They're formidable. Nobody wants Thomas and Spieth. Nobody wants to play against them. even on Thomas right now.
So I'm going to read the top 12 according to the Ryder Cup rankings from USA, okay?
Yeah.
Scotty, Wyndham Clark.
So if we go one by one and you say for sure, like he's not going to instead of them. Okay, so Scotty, he's not going instead of Scotty, is he?
Wyndham Clark
Deserves to be there.
Yeah, the only thing against him is he is a rookie. Brian Harman, again, he'd be a rookie, but he's the type of guy, if he's playing well, he's just complete. He's like Molinari, isn't he? Do you remember Molinari played?
You can't win the Claret Jug in that way and not go, can you?
No. Brooksy, no.
100% Brooksy goes.
Chauffelet.
Yeah.
Cantley.
Yeah.
Homer.
Yeah, there's another one.
What, you might swap out for JT?
No, Homer's got to go.
Cameron Young.
Yeah, stays.
Jordan Spieth.
Stays. So how many is that now?
He was 9th, and you've got Keegan Bradley, Morikawa, and Ricky 12th. Okay, JT is 14th currently.
So I'm not familiar with the type of season Morikawa or Keegan Bradley have had. Ricky, I'm surprised Ricky's that low given the form he's been in. That's a tough one, actually.
Because then you've got to throw in Bryson, Phil, Taylor Gooch.
Taylor Gooch is a challenge.
Patrick Reed, Captain America.
Bryson and Phil's keep them at Patrick Reed, another one that I don't think there's a case for them to go, is there? I don't see it.
Who, Phil and who?
Phil, Bryson, or Patrick Reed.
Probably not Phil and Bryson, but Patrick Reed's nicknamed Captain America, isn't he?
I think Patrick Reed would piss off his own teammates, though, wouldn't he? He's that character.
Yeah, I suppose so, but sort of. I don't know. I don't think you can. I think with Europe, it's not like Europe have always had, 8 good players, 4 kind of rookies, and then you've got of those 8, you've got 4 or 5 that are truly world class, and then the wildcard picks are always Ian Poulter. The USA team can afford to not pick like that. They can afford to have an unbelievable team just based off merit with no wildcard picks. So if just Thomas doesn't fall in that 12, then just don't take him.
So if you're the American team, you just take top 12 straight off.
I would just take top 12. No, that's a lie. I would probably swap Keegan Bradley and Max Homer for DJ. Probably would take DJ because he played last Ryder Cup, and he is always steady. And I probably would take Patrick Reed over JT at this moment in time.
So you're not taking JT?
Not unless he's not playing well, is he? He come out and he's playing the worst golf of his career.
So you've got, that's the question. He's not going to find form. These golfers don't find form in a month, do they? September is going to be here in 1 month's time. So you got to take a risk of whether you take JT now or you don't.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Would you, Wash?
No, I wouldn't take him either. Just because, like you say, golf is an in-form game. I love him, JT. I wish he was in form. I'd prefer to watch a Ryder Cup with JT there. But if I was Zach Johnson, I would not take him while he's not in form.
Yeah. So it's that USA team is they've honestly got, with the live guys and those flirting on the sort of the 12, the cut for the top 12, you've got literally about 18, 19 people that you could take to the team. So you can't afford to be out of form. Simply can't. And I'm with Osh. I'd love to see JT there. And he's the type of guy that if you did take, he'd play well, but you just can't risk it either. Especially if there's people on Reddit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's probably not that fair on some of the other ones. If I was, say, who did you say, Keegan Bradley, for example?
Yeah.
I'd be pretty gutted if you took JT and not me, and I'd be looking around going, bloody hell, I'm playing well. He's missing the cut, and you're picking him over me.
Yeah.
Pick him next year if he beats me.
Yeah. Do you know what? Having said that, Justin Thomas is ranked higher than Tony Finau. And I thought about taking Tony Finau before JT. But is JT, I think these start from last year, don't they, the ranking points? So it carries some of last year's form, I think. But you look at then, if you look at the compare that to the European rankings, this is how much stronger the US team are now. The top 6 for Europe, McIlroy, Rahm, Hovland, Fleetwood, Hatton. They're all strong. Then you've got Bob McIntyre, who will be a rookie, I think, or will be a second round. He's not a world beater, is he?
No, but he's European, and we always are the underdogs anyway.
It'll either be. I think I can't see it not being a slaughtering again, to be honest.
Oh no, I don't think it will. I think that the European team are going to be in really, really good stead. I think Europe will win it because everybody seems to think it's going the American way. But I don't know, I think the strongest 2 golfers in that format are both European.
Rahm and McIlroy.
Yeah. The 2 best Ryder Cup players that are available to be chosen today are both on the European team. And Rahm...
I was going to say, this is the start of the build-up of what Rory is going to do in the Ryder Cup, and then he's not going to be slagging him off.
But Rahm in particular, Rahm is just a machine. He's unbelievable.
So's Scotty, though. Scotty's
He's a rookie, though. He'll be a rookie in this.
No, he's not. No, he will be. He went last one, and he hammered Rahm in the singles.
Did he?
Yeah, hammered. He was like 5 up through 6. He was like 6 under through 7 holes, something stupid like that.
Well, apologies to Scotty Scheffler when you listen to this.
You come on the podcast, you come informed. Don't come with this half-assed bullshit, Josh. You're going to know your shit, mate. You're going to come on with a mean tash and information, lad.
So, to round that off then, I'd be taking JT, and I'd be putting JT and Jordan together without a doubt. They would be my strongest pairing. I know that JT would pull it together for the Ryder Cup. I'd be taking him. Am I right in saying you two are saying he stays home?
If he doesn't back up his ideas, yeah, I'm saying because he's got the FedEx Cup running now, the playoffs to get his arse in gear. And if he does, then obviously you take him because he's a bonus on both sides. He's in form and he's also a clutch Ryder Cup player.
Yeah, agree with Josh.
Agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
Okay, I'll ask people, if anyone listens to this, I'll put a poll on Twitter and see what you think, whether he goes or not. Next week is going to be a massive episode, one that I've been itching to do for a long time. It is going to be our preview of the Texas Scramble. It is the week of the Texas Scramble. It's going to be me, Eddie, Josh, Liam, and a guest, and we're all going to get together and we're going to talk about how Josh is going to star. He's going to be the star man of the team and what our tactics are. Obviously, we can't share all the tactics, but Josh has been on the WhatsApp today telling us who should be first off the tees, who should be first with a short game, and what type of mentality we should be in. So I think you should do that for people next week. Not give too much away, but,
That's fine. I'll do that. Osh, do you think I'll come in clutch?
100%.
More clutch than Trist?
No doubt about it. You're going to carry him, aren't you?
Yeah. What about Eddie? More clutch than Eddie?
Who's in your team?
Me, Eddie, and Yola.
I'm Justin.
Yeah.
There's 3 man. Oh.
No, it's not 3-1. Wish it was. No, it's not. It's 4-1.
Well, it may as well be. How did you play in the Pro-Am, Trist?
Do you know what? I was giving myself a hard time, but not that bad actually. Do you ever go to bed and then sort of replay your round in your head?
Yeah.
No.
Do you not?
Osh does, I don't.
Oh, I do. So I was going through. I felt like I'd struggled, but I was going back and I was thinking, do you know, it's been a long time. There was on the 7th, I hit a 5-iron in from 200 yards onto the green. And at the time, I didn't think much of it. But then I was like, do you know, it's been a long time since I've been able to do anything like that. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but to me, I was thinking, haven't been able to actually confidently do that in a long time. So I was hitting my irons better. My putting was really shit. So bad, honestly. And Mark, Addy lad, hold one putt on the 5th. So you imagine the 5th green now, the pin's right at the bottom. He'd only just got onto the fringe on the front. And I was behind him when I was walking behind him, I'm thinking, as someone who's not played this course before or only played it once, I wondered if I should help him out with the read or not. And I was like, no, don't be that guy. Don't be that dickhead who's like offering advice. He sunk that putt, yeah? And then he was like putting like a god all day. And on the 16th then, he had one just as long, tracked it the whole way, sunk that one as well.
Jeez.
He was smashing it. His handicap is something like 14, 15 or 16. I don't remember what it was. Okay, let's just go with 14. Guess what his gross was?
76.
72.
Jeez, that is insane. On Bull Bay off whites.
Yeah, Bull Bay off whites. We were all laughing. Mark looked like he was a bit perplexed because he was like, just don't get it. Because I kept thinking, he kept saying, I feel like it's going to just come to shit soon. I'm just going to lose it. But he was hitting fairways, hitting greens, sinking putts, nailing sluts, mate. He was absolutely smashing it.
Was nailing you, was he? Honestly, I would give my right bollock for a 5-iron from 200 yards. I'd give both my bollocks if I could put from 20. That's how bad I'm playing now. But no, fair dues. That's insane. That 72. That's the lowest net I've ever heard of at Bull Bay.
It was insane.
50. Oh no, that wouldn't have beaten Tony thingy with it. 56. No. One of the lowest.
Yeah. I'm sure he had 2 twos. And then he had about 3 gross birdies in the middle of all that. It was insane.
Fair play to him.
Yeah. Well done, Addy lad. Right. We'll sign off so we can basically go to bed and then rest well, Josh, because next week's big for you.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Cheers off.
Can hit the range this week, can't we, Josh?
Yeah, defo.
Spend the other half of your wages.
Spencer May, payday tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers off.
Thanks for having me.
See you in a
Cheers,
bit.
Gatsby.